Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Are you ready for the event they thought never could be done? Even if you know the release date of some of the games, every episode is guaranteed to give you a surprise. Let's go back to 1982, where we're playing all the games released at some time in May. And the next game we're going to be playing is Ghost Gobbler for the TRS-80 color computer. Over there is the very amazing Radio Shack commercial. Only $400, at least for this one. At this time, I think you can get the Coco for slightly less, and there's different deals in magazines. All right, so let's check out Ghost Gobbler. Starting with some of the artwork. Let's start with the, I don't know for sure if this is the front of the box. I know this is the front of the manual. And this one kind of takes the Pac-Man formula, but instead of eating food or eating snacks, this one is, let's eat the ghosts, let's gobble them up. And they have a cartoonish looking ghost on the front there. Very nice. Oh, I don't know if it does or not. We'll see if it does cover the... Because this is the sleeve, most likely, of the manual giving you information about the game. Ghost Gobbler is the best maze-type game for the TRS-80 color computer. Well, we'll be the judge of that. You're chased around a maze by 4 relentless ghosts intent on your destruction. You can make it to a power dot. The monsters will change color and become edible, so they call them power dots here. Then you can gobble ghosts, but watch out, they will flash on and off before they become poisonous again. Poisonous ghosts, I don't think we've heard that one yet. 8 different bonus shapes are available, ranging from a value of 100 to 5,000 points. 16 different skill levels give an increasing challenge as you improve. Ghost Gobbler is written in machine language, so it has fast, continuous action, and uses the highest resolution color graphics. Very nice. Look at all the stats here. It reminds me of an Atari home computer game. 16K RAM, joysticks required, fast action, high resolution graphics. I mean, it has everything. 16 different skill levels, extended basic, 4 ghost chase you energizer dots, and then we also have an ad for Ghost Gobbler. Look at the top center there. Exciting version of the popular Pac-Man game. Yeah, right? I don't know. We did see Ghost Hunters before on the Atari home computer. I still see as that one of the best Pac-Man games you can play at home. Right? It does. The bottomless void contained in its gaping maw. Love it. And it does kind of look like the Lonesome Ghost. Yeah, with the hat on top and he's smoking a cigar. Very nice. Classic Spectral Associates. With an example of the screenshot. So it didn't say anything about the teleportation. But, oh, here we go. The manual actually is going to give us, yeah, that's it, how we play the game. So that was just the artwork that you'd see on the first sleeve. Ghost Gobbler is an excellent, highly challenging maze chase game. You control a gobbler. They don't call him Pac-Man. We're just a gobbler. You got to run the maze with the right joystick, gobble all the food dots, avoiding ghost. There's energizer dots, make for the ghost change color when they become scared. The ghost will remain scared for a variable period. It's explaining what Pac-Man is. And then it gives us what the score is, 200, 400, up to 600 points for them. And then we also have, oh, the different things you can eat. Plums, cherries, pears, mushrooms, bells, happy faces, mug. I'm hoping it's root beer, maybe it's beer, and strawberries. Very nice. And there it is. At the center bottom of the field is a teleportation spot, which will immediately transport the gobbler to the upper center of the screen. Ghosts cannot follow you through the teleporter. It's kind of like the warp around, but this one is a teleporter that the other ghosts can't chase you in. Yeah. It does look kind of familiar. Lonesome Ghost's a good shout out there. I like that. So they got 16 different skill levels, and it just makes the gobbler go slower, or us. The ghosts follow the gobbler closely, and the scared ghosts run away more cleverly. In the upper right corner of the screen, number of remaining gobblers is displayed. Every 10,000 points, you get a bonus gobbler awarded, but no more than 5 can ever be accumulated. So get those points to get the extra people. New game can start by pressing Y or the fire button on the right joystick. And then we also have loading instructions if it has trouble. I like this. We've seen this a few times in home computer manuals and pamphlets where they have troubleshooting in the manual. Like, if you experience these problems, please try this and this. Only in the early 80s. Oh, if you hold the joystick down, you disable it. So, so the main joystick, you hold it down, it'll disable it. And then it also has Ghost Gobbler is copyrighted by Spectral Associates. Now, the name obviously isn't close to Pac-Man, but I don't know how you'd copyright this. It's pretty close to Pac-Man, the way it looks. You need 16K non-extended basic to play. And then save to disk instructions are right there if we need it. It says the other games that come out by Spectral Associates at the time. Space War, Color, Cosmic Invaders, and I believe, yeah, that's it. Then it's just the back of what we saw for the front of the box. Okay, let's pop in and play Ghost Gobbler by Spectral Associates at some time in May 1982. This one is on disc. Originally, you probably wouldn't be playing this on disc. It was pretty expensive. But we are just so we can load it a little bit faster. Ghost Gobbler. Make sure you load the right one, and if you have problems, consult the manual. I didn't see any phone number for support by Spectral Associates. I don't know if you get one. There you go, we're in. Version 1.3, what is your name? We are Chrono, and your skill level, let's go big or go home. 15, we're in. So here we go, we're playing Ghost Gobbler on the TRS-80 color computer, utilizing all the colors that the Coco offers, and I believe we're only seeing 4 right now at the time. Oh, there it was. We did the teleporter. Can we do it again? I want to go to the top or the bottom and see if we can. And we can also pick up, quick, the plum. I believe it was the plum. And let's try it again. Teleport. Nice. There you go. So it warps us from the bottom to the top, and the ghost cannot chase us that way. We've seen a few games. Well, I'm almost need to reference Ghost Hunter because I think it allowed you to create your own Pac-Man mazes. And then, of course, we had on the home console world had Casey Munchkin that allowed you to make your own mazes as well. A little bit more simpler, though, because it was on the Odyssey 2. But, man, Pac-Man after Pac-Man variant. Still the craze that's happening right now. Move around, collect all the dots. I like when these games give different ways to give you power-ups or change up the gameplay. And so the hidden teleport is pretty cool. There you go, get all the dots, move on to the next level. Whoa, no cutscene? Let's just go right to the next level. It's all business here on Ghost Gobbler. I look nothing like the ghost on the front. I really wanted a hat and a cigar to smoke while I'm playing the game. But no, just got to eat all the dots. Why would you ever want to disable the teleporter? I like that feature. I guess, I see. I didn't have to go down to go through the teleporter. It just automatically teleported me moving down at the bottom of the screen. So if it does annoy you, you have the option to turn it off. That's nice. Right, purists, no cutscenes. That is one of the big reasons that made Pac-Man so charming. And I thought it was original for Pac-Man, but no, we've even seen a few games before Pac-Man. Oh, there's those cherries. They look like kind of like grapes. Yep, there you go. Get all the dots. Move. Next one. Let's go. Go. Yeah, I didn't have to push down that time, and I can't warp back. Once you go to the bottom, it only warps you in a one-way direction. And so as soon as I move here, yeah, so I could see why you would want to turn that off. I cannot not teleport. Once you reach that square, it forces you there. Yeah, I'm surprised they say it's copywritten by Spectral Associates. How do you do that? How do you copyright Ghost Gobbler and say, no one copy Ghost Gobbler? This is exactly what Pac-Man's like. Ah, the days of early 80s. I love it. The only big game we've seen so far that's licensed is Tron. Pushing for, let's make a game like the movie and make sure no one copies it. Yeah, it is a little different fruit in the center. I don't know about you, but I like when Pac-Man has different things to eat. And of course, Miss Pac-Man has them bouncing around. That's even better. It's because you eat a dot, big deal, but you eat actual fruit or pretzels, you're like, oh, yeah, we got to get that. Go chase it down and eat it now. Oh, okay, so you hold it down now. It shouldn't teleport me. Let's see. Oh, yeah, there you go. It works. So it's not whenever you begin the game. If you don't want to teleport, you just hold the button down. Nice. Oh, there's the bell. They're also changing up what you eat during the level. Usually, you have to eat the object, finish the level, and then the next level will be the next thing to eat. Cool. I like it. I like that, Amanda. Original game. Don't steal this one. Invented by Spectral Associates. All right, so we've seen plenty of Pac-Man variants. I would say this one's pretty average for a home computer. Now, if this came out for a console, I'd rate this a little bit higher because of how well it's done. It's a very well-done Pac-Man game, but we've seen tons and tons of Pac-Man variants for the home computer. I'm thinking it's pretty much just average. An average video game for all the home computer ones. Oh, we're dying fast. Oh, nice scoreboard table, though. After we've lost our lives, there you go. Let's begin. Yes, and that was, they said, the hardest difficulty. We were playing on level 15. We do not claim to be the most amazing gamer as far as gamers go, because we're going from system to system. You got to admit, it's pretty impressive going from joystick to controller to keyboard, and we're holding it together. We're not throwing things across the room, but we're not the best gamer, and we're doing pretty good at level 15, so I would say the game doesn't offer a giant challenge. when we play these Pac-Man variants, we like to look at the artificial intelligence, see what the ghosts do, and that helps it. Yeah, right? I don't even know if it was enforced. I doubted if it was. Oh, you could double. That's true. We could make it. We could double the speed moving to a different Coco, but this is the one you'd be playing at this point in May of 1982. Oh, that was cheap. He came out at the last moment. The other thing, too, is it's not increasing speed as much level to level like it would on the Pac-Man cabinet. Yeah, so I'm still saying pretty average for the time, about 3 stars for Ghost Gobbler. If you want to see an amazing home computer Pac-Man variant, the one that surprised me the most was Ghost Hunter on the Atari home computer. It allowed 2-player simultaneous Pac-Man. And after playing that, I don't know how anything could top it. And that was before the Pac-Man at home on the Atari 2600 came out. So it totally blew that one away. Yeah, right? I think the speed's working pretty well. And that's true. If you did want a challenge, you could go faster and faster. Good times on the TRS-80 color computer. Of all the games we've seen for a home computer, I'm going to go 3 stars for Ghost Gobbler. If you've been tuning into the program, seeing every episode, or seeing a lot of the Pac-Man variants, would you say this is about average? Or would you tip the hat and say it works really well? Or would you say it's subpar? We'll go 3 stars. Perfectly average for the time. Chiptune's going 3 as well. So that was Ghost Gobbler. It's not the last Pac-Man variant. Oh no. Let's see what our next game is. We're going to the Commodore VIC-20 in the UK, and this is Hangman, part of a compilation called The Magnificent Seven. You can see here, this is the Vic Pack. Best value in games ever. They do this a lot in the UK. They're getting a bunch of games packed into one. A lot of them are pretty bad. This is only Hangman. The other ones I couldn't find or didn't want to play, just to show, here's the pack that you would have seen in a store in the United Kingdom. And this is Hangman. At some point in May 1982 by Trevor Pitts, published by Audiogenic. Way to go, Trevor. Let's see what your Hangman's like. What do we want to do? Let's do, oh, you can do mixed words or animals. Let's do animals. Press the one you want, and then you push random letters. R, no, S. Oh, okay. S. What about E? Is it sheep? Oh, well done. Hit any key. 3 letters. Got to be pig, right? No. Hen? No. Rat? Something with an S? A T? No? An A? An E? Oh, this guy's gonna get hung. Definitely not a V. U? You're hanged. Oh, the word was ow. I didn't try O for the vowel. No, it was not. I'm sorry to keep your hopes up. VIC-20's pulled the wool over eyes a few times. They have games that are named things like Dragon's Lair and off the top of my head, I can't remember the other ones, but they're titled in a way they're like, oh, this is it. We're going to see something really cool, but it's not. So sorry to pull your chain, or VIC-20 pull your chain. So as far as just Hangman goes, I'm going to go 1 star. It's right in between the broken and bad. It's at the very bottom of bad. I mean, it's just Hangman. It's all right, but not the best thing you could play on a home computer. And with that, let's see our next game. Yes, it is not happening there. All right, here we go on the Nascom. It's Jailbreak in space. We are now playing games that were released on the Nascom earlier, kind of to make sure we don't miss any of these. This one is another one we don't have any boxes for, just the screenshot. So let's pop it and play Jailbreak in space by Program Power at some point in, I believe, 1981? Oh, I forgot. We have to know exactly what it is, because this one isn't popping in play. This is actually slide the chip in, the ROM chip in play. That's what we have to do for Jailbreak in space. So you have to know exactly what the RAM address is. Okay, E20EA. We're ready now. Somebody by the name of Beale made this one. Okay, Jailbreak in space. You're the sole defender of a jail for alien prisoners of high priority. Your task is to destroy as many attacking spacecraft as you can. Controls are A, D, and K. Move left, right, A, D, and K. Okay, press C to continue. Got it. The enemy looks like this, so they're going to use only the characters of the Nascom. We're also in the United Kingdom for this release as well. Their score depends on whether they're just moving 40, carrying a brick, or rescuing a captive. There's also ships of mystery value. You have to destroy 1 wall of them, you're promoted to a new jail and score a bonus 200 points. Good luck. Yeah, we're going to need luck. So by A.C.R. Beale. Way to go, Mr. or Mrs. Beale. All right, so let's push start to go. And we are in. Oh, okay, so it's Space Gorilla. If you saw this one in the arcades, it's the constant moving of enemies coming at you. Oh, their shots, though, are relentless. Let's see if we can knock them out. But they're essentially trying to tear away walls of the prison, and then if they get all the walls done, then they'll break through and take the prisoners in the center. And then we have... Oh, the UFO is distracting me. I fell for it. It is essentially a fixed shooter, taking the idea of Space Invaders rather than Galaxian, but Space Gorilla was the name of the original. But here we go, on the home computer in the United Kingdom. Didn't think I'd be seeing a Space Gorilla variant done only in characters. They look very alien-like with the twitching of the limbs, scary looking almost. But there's no sound, so that doesn't add to the thumping of your heart or anything. 4 initials, okay. So Chrono. All right, let's go one more time. I think I can do better than that. Oh, the UFO distracted me again. See, they take the pieces away from the edge, and all you got to do is make yourself destroy one entire row. And I'll just work on the left side this time. I have a little delay getting down to the end, but you can tell that it's not graphically intensive, but it actually plays all right, especially for the time it came out. Some point in 1981, it looks like. Oh, watch it. Oh, the UFO is blocking me. I can't even take him out. They're going to get it. Yeah, I think they got the prisoner. Game over. There you go. For a quick time playing on your Nascom, that's all right. That works good enough for the time. All right, let's take... So for all the games we've seen up to this point, if it was 1981, I'd still give that one around the average range. It's not doing anything really good or bad, because graphically, it's using text, the characters for the Nascom, but yeah, it's from the early games designers. Yeah, it's true. It's not Space Invaders. It's Jailbreak in Space. Yeah, 81. That's true. And we do take that in consideration. So if people give me games in, for example, we had to go back and play some games in Japan in the arcades, and they were 1979. So we did rate them on that, not where we are currently in 1982. So for 81 on the Nascom, I'll still say it's all right for the time. I wouldn't say above average for 81. I'd still say 3 stars. It plays well enough. It's not as smooth as other shooters we've seen for home computers. All right, so after Jailbreak in Space, let's see what's next. Still in the United Kingdom, and this is Night Fight for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, using all the colors on the Spectrum as long as you use 15 of them. This one we only have a few screenshots, no artwork, by S. Robert Spiel, published by Fontana Publishing at some point in May 1982. So this one is the newest, coolest, and the computer for the masses in the United Kingdom. Opens a world up for so many people over there. And so this game is called Night Fight. You essentially are just making decisions. What armor do you want to buy? You got 2 different ones. Looks like chainmail or medium. So we'll do one for chainmail. And then what lance do you want to buy? Let's do a medium lance. And you can see the total amount of money is in the center with 40. And then what other weapon do we want? Let's go with a mace. So we just make the decisions. Then it says you want a shield. We'll say, yep, got the shield. And our opponent's going to pick all that. Medium armor, heavy lance, and a mace. And now, as far as I know, that's all you do. I hit enter to start, and it goes, and I have no control. There's no joystick that you can play for the ZX Spectrum right now, but even using the cursor keys on the keyboard, I don't have any control of what happens. It's more of I'm picking options, and then they determine the outcome. So right now, if I try to do things on the cursor keys, it doesn't do anything, and it's just playing out. It does the joust by itself. It's doing the attacking by itself. We are the white knight. They are the black knight. Oh, go, go, go. And when I move the cursor keys, nothing's happening. It's playing by itself. See, I'm trying to move forward or attack. Or let's try the Q, O, A. I'm going to use my... yeah, we die. And then whenever we die, the game just crashes. Almost like it was a text or a type-in game only. So it's a strategy game, I'd say, because all you're doing is deciding what decisions you want to bring to the night fight. And I guess they wanted to make a game that has the word night fight to be fun to rhyme. So I'd still say of all the games we could play at this point, it's borderline broken considering other computer games. There's not any movement, at least if you're a ZX Spectrum aficionado and you know and are aware how this game, if it can control, then let me know. But otherwise, we're going to go 1 star It is in between broken and bad for all the games you could play on a home computer. Yeah, that's right. The name maybe sells it for you. Yeah, it was a type-in game from Better Programming for the Spectrum and the ZX81, so it makes sense. A type-in game, considering the other games you could play on a home computer. All right, and with that, let's see our next game. Yeah.
As an intelligent consumer, I wanted to compare Atari asteroids with other companies' asteroids. But other companies don't make asteroids.
Oh, they don't?
I wanted to compare Atari Missile Command with other companies' missile commands. But other companies don't make that either.
Oh,
Finally,
too bad.
I wanted to compare the new Atari Warlords. Unfortunately, other companies don't make it. When it comes to the video games the world wants most, nobody compares to Atari.
But here's the thing. We know better than this commercial, and we know that they're talking console games only. And it's funny to see this in perspective of where we are now for this show. There is so many clones and copies of every single one of those games, he said. And yes, other companies are making them. So the name Warlords, no one's making Warlords, obviously, because it's licensed. But there's so many Missile Command variants. There's even a really good one for the Coco called Polaris. So there's other ones out there, and now we know. And knowing is half the battle. All right, so we're now playing on the Atari VCS, and this is Lochjaw. Let's take a look at Lochjaw, starting with the box. Another game by a third-party publisher. This is Apollo. They claim 16 variations for 1 or 2 players on this game. Joystick controls for the system on the VCS. Oh, and the Sears telegame system. And I think whether you pop it in either one, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I love the commercials. Brings in the more of the context of where we are. We're in May 1982. We're seeing this on television right now. So we flip over Lochjaw on the back. It is very well done by Apollo, better than the other boxes we've seen. You're searching for a fabulous treasure of diamonds that spilled from the hold of a sunken Spanish galleon. Dive in the murky darkness and enter the shark-infested maze of kelp. You accept the danger of the terrible man-eating sharks and the lurking menace of the Loch Ness Monster, who will pursue you relentlessly. All Apollo games are guaranteed to be free from defects, workmanship, and blah, 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 blah. All that stuff. Get that joystick, pop it in your Atari, and play. Let's see what other art we have for Lochjaw. We also goes by another game, because apparently Lochjaw is too close to Jaws, so they re-released it and changed the name to Shark Attack at another time. So we're going to do, this is both, because as far as I can tell, they're the same game. They didn't make any adjustments to it, but this was the first release, Lochjaw, which I love it, because it's, you know, Loch Ness Monster, and look at the background. The Loch Ness Monster's hiding in the shadows, so really cool box art for a third-party publisher on the Atari. And then the newer one, yeah, it looks like a terrible photoshopped image, to tell you the truth. So Shark Attack, I don't like the box as much. And then if you see on the back of the other box, they do give you some screenshots with a cool idea. I think that's the Loch Ness Monster, which is red in the center of the screen. They kind of blow it up, make it look 3D, which is kind of cool. Yeah, right? Lochjaw, Loch Ness, and Jaw like Jaws. And there's our advertisement flyer for Loch Ness Monster, the terror of the Jaws. Okay, that ad is pretty much saying Jaws. The giant shark's going to come after you. A game so terrifying it will haunt you deep into the night. Now they're going for horror too. And then down at the bottom, there's other games by Apollo. We've already played Space Chase, Skeet Shoot. I think we've done Lost Luggage, but the other two I don't think we've checked out yet. Oh no, Racquetball. Yeah, we've seen Racquetball as well. And I think there's the cartridge we're going to pop in, and then just a fun version of the front of the cartridge or front of the box. And we have the manual as well. So you buy the game, you bring it home. How many kids actually read the manual? But we like to check it out to see if we can get the best experience of the game. Yeah, the name is better than Shark Attack. I guess someone must have slapped a lawsuit on him to switch the name. But here we go. Again, just like the front. Love the artwork. Going Underwater by Apollo. We're that deep-sea diver on the hold of a Spanish galleon that sank in a fierce storm in the early 16th century. Man, we got a story here for home console games. You dive deep into the murky darkness of Davy Jones' locker and enter the shark-infested maze of kelp to retrieve the treasure. You know your mission is rife with danger. Terrible jaws of man-eating sharks that patrol the kelp beds, the lurking menace of the legendary Loch Ness Monster, a beast that will pursue you relentlessly if you dare invade its territory. How do you set this up? It just seems funny seeing this on a console. How do you set it up? What do you mean, how do you set it up? Make sure the power's off, plug the cartridge in, turn it on, and you're ready to go. This one is on the Atari, so they do point out the difficulty switches, which was another one on the front of the grill, if you want to call it that. And you can switch A and switch B for the difficulty switches, and it looks like your player moves slowly against the heavy current if you're on the more difficult setting. And then it just makes it harder to play, or just slows you down. And then the handicaps for less experienced players. They don't have, for this third-party publisher, the kids version that we've seen on a few Atari games. But here we go. What do you do with a joystick? You just move it around. That's the control. So you don't even have to use the button, I think. Hold your fire button in the upper left corner. Yeah, it shows you how to play for the right-handed players. I'm a lefty, so I think I just winged it, or maybe I played it the right-handed way, or the way they're showing now, and figured it out. All right, so they explain the scoring. You're supposed to pick up all the dots, similar to Pac-Man, around the maze, gobble them up, and then get to the center to collect the score for all the pieces of gold you picked up. In the pick-em-up game, the central score reflects how many diamonds are in the shark cage, which is not added to the permanent score until the screen is cleared of diamonds. You can get 5 points for each shark you kill, and that's if you get the harpoon or you play that game. They have, yeah, that's just the scoring. And then the game has different options like other Atari games. In the one-player game, there's 3 divers, or 3 lives, and you get bonus divers. If they've been eaten by hungry sharks, you get 1 bonus diver for every 100 points earned. When 2 people are playing, they complete their turn, and 1 diver is eaten by a shark. So it is not simultaneous play. If you've played 2-player games, or you're the older brother or the younger brother and sister, you know that you were sitting there waiting for them to die by the shark, and then you finally get to play after that. Players decide whether the shark cage door is always open, controlled by the diver, open and closed at random, or rotating all the way around. And then there's the pick 'em up game, and then the collect 'em game. Diver takes diamonds to the shark cage one at a time. In the center is the shark cage. They have no control over the shark cage door when the diver is in control mode. And then, you do use the button on the joystick. If you want to set that setting, you can make the cage open when you push the button or not. Very nice. Sharks move across the maze and are not bounded by it as the diver. On each pass, shark encounters any diamonds, they'll eat one. If the shark bumps the shark cage when the door is open for the pick 'em up game, they'll remove a diamond from the cage. In the gobble game, the sharks only attack divers. You can get protection, though, if you're in the shark cage and the door is closed. Will also destroy any shark they encounter with a shark prod. However, they cannot pick up diamonds when they're carrying the prod, and cannot be put back down until they kill the shark with it. Shark prods are effective only one time. And there's also mystery caves. If the diver enters one of the 4 corner caves, they'll immediately and unpredictably reappear from any of the 4 caves. And then beware! You cannot kill Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. When they're disturbed, Nessie appears from one of the 4 caves, and they will continue after the diver who has disturbed her until your diver leads her back to one of the 4 caves, where they'll go back to sleep. So you got an infinite or an impossible enemy to kill. You just have to avoid. So just like other Atari games, you can see this key gives you what kind of game modes to switch to play. 16 different game modes. You have 1 to 2 players, but it's alternate play. The cage door, what the cage door is going to do, and then gameplay, the gobble game or the pick 'em up game. And then we got the warranty. Don't copy the game. And we do have some other versions. It's just Lochjaw, which we're going to play, or Shark Attack, depending on if it was the later release. Let's play some Lochjaw. At some point in May 1982 by Steve Stringfellow, published by Apollo. Way to go, Steve. Yeah, that's true. I guess this is Loch Ness with sharks in the lake at the same time. All right, so every Atari game we play, it starts with usually an attract mode, but we have nothing. It has, I believe, is that some trees moving in the breeze in the top? Nice touch. But if you push the game select button, or switch on your Atari, it switches out. This is game 4, 5, 6, and it's very, just here above my shoulder is if it's 1 or 2 players. And so you can see it has 16 different game modes. And then when you decide to play a game, you just push reset. So we'll do game mode 1 and go. So we're in the game. I am the diver going around to get some treasure. This is just the pick 'em up game. I narrowly dodged the shark. And I don't think I have to cash him in, but let's try it out anyway. Shark looks totally random. Yeah, there you go. So you pick them up, hold them in place, and then when you get to the center of the shark cage, that's where you cash in your points. Or gold. Let's see if we can disturb the Loch Ness Monster. Oh, it just warps us. Oh, it warped us to our death. Didn't work so well. Can we cash that in? No, we lost all the money. That's too bad. So in a way, it's another Pac-Man variant that's better than Pac-Man, the official Pac-Man for the Atari 2600. And they switch it up with a few things, making it so you collect and then have to go cash it in. This is a nice touch. Let's see if we can warp from here to the other side. Make Nessie mad. And then once you get all the coins, you can... Here, let's cash that one in. This one has just always open shark cage in the center. I believe that is it. Go cash it in, and it should reset. Yeah, and the next level starts. You go from there. So let's switch it out. I'm going to go hit our switch and go to game mode 5. So this one is... We are using the random opening and closing of the cage. So if you look at the center, it's going to be opening and closing at different times, and I go around and collect all the gold coins, avoid the shark. Still haven't seen Nessie around. Cash him in. There we go. This one makes you feel a little bit defenseless, so I can see why they said to advertise it as a horror title. You don't really have a lot of power-ups. You're just running away from a shark that randomly comes on the screen. And the harpoon, though. Where is the harpoon? Haven't seen it yet. Let's go through the warp on this side. Cool flashing effects when you go from one end to the other. As far as home console games go, I give this one as an above average title. 3.5 stars for everything we've seen so far on a home console, especially considering this is a third-party title. This isn't official by Atari. No, get out of the way. Go around this side. Collect them up. Get all the points. And if you get it to 100, that's whenever you'll be able to get another life to continue playing. There you go. All right, so let's refer back to the manual and check out a different game mode. Yeah, that's a good point. The different colors is kind of like Activision. Okay, so we were playing the Gobble game, and you can see the cage door is open, close, diver control, and we were on rotate is what it was. So let's do a pick 'em up game with, let's control the gate. So let's do 13. Game mode lucky number 13. So I'm going on our select switch, finding game 13, and then switching reset. So here we go. Now I should be able to control it with my red button on the Atari joystick. And I have to go one at a time, I think. Yeah. So every time I pick one up, I got to go back and cash it in. So you just don't you don't go collecting all over. So if I get one coin and try to go find another one, see, it won't let me pick it up. I have to go cash it in. Where's the harpoon though? We've already played a few game modes. I haven't seen it. Whoa. That was going a long time. The flashing is real here in 1982. Yeah, for a third-party game, this one's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's a great or exceptional game for 1982. Oh! Definitely not one of the best games you could play on a home console, but still very enjoyable. Yeah, so this game mode is a little slower. I don't like it as much. Picking up one and then going back. Yeah, not as good. The surprise shark, though, is pretty fun. All right, let's check another one out. Another game mode, going back to the manual. I like that Atari did this, or at least the third-party publishers did too. All right, so let's do a Gobble game. Let's do a rotate. Let's do game mode. What's the really? It looks like the difficult one would be 16, but let's try game mode 4. No, let's do game mode 8, and then game mode 16. So using the select switch, game mode 8. It looks like that's 2 players, so it's alternate play, but it is rotating through. You can see the cage in the middle is switching up. So whenever it opens up, then you can go through and it's going to randomize opening and closing. So I wonder if you have to get 100 points to eventually see the Loch Ness Monster. Haven't seen it yet, or a harpoon to take out the shark. Let's just keep irritating Nessie and see if they show up. Nice and easy, don't die yet. Cash them all in. Or you have to play for a longer time. There you go. We'll just go all the way around. Take the big risk. Get them all and go. Uh-oh, am I trapped? Oh, the door's trapped and closed in on me. Okay, there we go. Woo! Scary. The shark got me that time. Yeah, good point. We haven't hit that part yet. Oh, and this is waiting for the second player. That's why. So once I died, I had to plug in the second controller since we're playing the 2-player mode. All right, so let's switch it out to game mode 17. So now going to 17, or no, 15, because 15 will be 1 player. 14, 15. There you go, 1-player mode, and let's go randomize it. And it's only one at a time, so you pick up 1 dot and then go for it. Come on, quick. Get another one. Get some more gold. Bring it in. It's May 1982, so we're currently thriving. We're seeing little bits of the junk that's coming out on the home console, but not enough to cause a panic or uproar. I mean, look at this. This is still, I would say, a very great title for the Atari 2600. And the home computer market is thriving. Commodore VIC-20 and Apple II are doing phenomenally. We have the very beginning of the Japanese video game market kicking up, and the market in the United Kingdom. Oh, it's just playing with me. There we go. Yeah, the official time is going to be in 83. When exactly you could pinpoint it, I'm hoping we can find this is the moment that you could pinpoint, but probably not, because we're going game by game, so it's a slow burn seeing all the releases come out. Well, we already see a few stinkers. Tax Avoiders, we've already checked out that one. And Skeet Shoot by Apollo is definitely not one that I would want to play. Well, where's Nessie? Let's keep bugging Nessie in the caves and see if we can get the Loch Ness Monster to come out. It was on the back of the box of Shark Attack, but Loch Ness, where you at? Let's just keep going in and out. If we warp enough, maybe the Loch Ness Monster will appear. There's also no spear. Where's my harpoon to start attacking? At least not one that I've seen. Probably because you have to play longer than 10 points worth. But I just keep going back and forth. Get ready for extreme flashing. Oh, you're saying 2 sharks on the screen going around at once would make the game better? We should go back in time to the Apollo meetings before when they designed the game. What's going to make this game better? 2 sharks. 2 sharks will make this much better. No, Nessie doesn't care about us warping in and out. Come on, Nessie. Yeah, we can warp all we want. No Loch Ness Monster showing up. Alright, we're going to go through there and get another coin. Come back through this way. Or no, we're not. It's playing me for a fool. Now let's try warping, see if we can get... Oh, no! So far, this is still one of the best titles by Apollo. It would be higher ranked for me if it was a simultaneous 2-player, and also if the game modes, they offered something a little bit more than this. But for Apollo, oh, well done. There we go, and yeah, so no Loch Ness Monster since we played. Oh, let's stand still. That's a good point. Let's try it. Let's see if you got it, Mark. Maybe we've been moving around too much. I don't think so. Nothing yet. Usually we'd see something by now. No, still no Nessie. The secret warp tunnels are very akin to what Pac-Man would have. And you can see the homage maze game on the same screen. Yeah, I'd say for that taste of it, still for a very fun title. Of all the games you could play on a home console, I'm gonna go 3.5 stars for Lochjaw. It's all right, above average for the time. Fun to play. Yeah, that's a good point too. Maybe we need more points, and then Nessie would have shown up. All right, so after an Atari game, let's see what's next. We're back on the Nascom in the United Kingdom, and this is Lollipop Lady Trainer. I don't even know if this is a real release or not, but we're playing it. Released at some point in, I believe, 1980. Here we go. And we're in. Lollipop Lady Trainer. Here's all you got to do. It's all character-based. All you do is, it's a timed input game. You push a button, lady walks across the street, and if she gets run over, then she dies, and that's it. So you're just trying to time it to... Oh, didn't make it. It is the most boring variation of Frogger that you could ever play, and I don't know why it's called Lollipop Lady Trainer, but there you go. When you make at least someone across or get to the other side, you push space, and there you go. And all you have to do is hit the button at the right time, and maybe try to get everybody to cross and survive, but it's all random. You never know. An old school timed input game, I would say. Just wait to... Yeah, see, you never know. It's all random. It's crazy. So there you go. Lollipop Lady Trainer. Again, it's really not in 1982. This was earlier. We're playing releases that Nascom had. Oh, that's a good point. Did this come out before Frogger? I don't know for sure. It's already murky waters when you consider releases at the time. We're doing the best we can to get these games put in the right spot of when they came out. So that'd be interesting, though. Did this come out before Frogger? Freeway came out by David Crane about the same time, but Frogger we gave the nod to as the first one before Freeway came out. So for Lollipop Lady Trainer, though, I'd say still of the games, it's really doesn't have much in the gameplay department. It's way, way down there. Even for the time, because you're just pushing a button. You have no control over anything that's happening. So I'm going to say for the games we played, it's still a 1-star game, even for 1980. Yeah, Freeway. Oh, Mark's going to go 2 stars. I guess if you wanted to bump it up, but that's all you're doing is pushing a button to time it to go to the other side. Kind of similar to the first MS-DOS game we played called Donkey. That one, you just were pushing a button and you're just moving your car left and right and hitting it at the right time. That was it. So I'm going to say 1 star for Lollipop Lady Trainer. And let's go with our next game. Still on the Nascom in the United Kingdom, and this is Lumberjack. This one was November 1980 when it came out originally, or developed originally. Let's slide in the chip and play Lumberjack by Alan Marshall and Program Power. Let's go. There we go, November 1980. Do you want instructions? Yeah, we do. What is Lumberjack? The main object of the game is try and score as many points as you can by clearing the screen of copses, trees, and stumps. Okay, like a lumberjack. Wherever you move leave a track, you may not retrace or cross. Okay, so it's a snake variant. Game started by pressing 1. There's a pattern of trees and symbols, so they're using characters again, the Nascom symbols, the computer. And as you move behind a tree or track symbols, your direction of movement is controlled by 4 keys. Okay, so you use the keys to move around, and there it is, W, Z, A, and S to move around. Following keys are by default, and you can remap them if you want. There's no need to keep the key movement depressed. Once they press, they continue to move in that direction until a valid key is pressed again. And as the tree filler, you maneuver yourself so you travel directly into any one of the trees. Yes, we are playing a snake variant game. The stump can be cleared away by moving into it. Moving in its place, a no-go symbol. You score 50 points for felling a tree, 100 points for clearing the stump. And it looks like we just keep going on the same screen. Yeah, you just get points for clearing away the trees as the lumberjack. If you get 1,000 points, a new one will appear and overwrite any character on the screen. Copses are special bonus. They score 500 points when you hit them. Man, so much text for a simple snake variant. We don't need this much instruction, even if it's on the Nascom. A bit of keyboard dexterity comes in handy. And you hit tree-like copses with the stump. Got it. And there's still more text. Why are they explaining this much of the game? We'll just skip through. Even more. Player crashes, the game over. Any game can be played. Oh, it's a 1 or 2 player game. At the end of the game, you can play... Okay, so nice. So now we can pick the game speed. We can go 9 very fast. Let's go 5. And then after we pick our game speed, it has a 1 or 2 player game. Let's just do 1 player. Scared to see how this would work. Oh, there you go. Okay, say half speed, it's a snake game. So I'm moving around with the keys designated. You go pick up the trees. There it is. And you move yourself around, picking up without... I'm sure you can't go on the edge of the screen, because that would be death. There you go. A character-only graphic-based snake game. is the best way I could describe it. But for 1980, it's all right. This was all the rage in the 70s, popular in the arcades, and we've seen lots of variants of this style of game. And they said we could... Oh, crashed it. Darn. Can we play again? No? Yes? Oh, we can't. Okay, we just push the button to do one player, and then it plays again. So if you had a Nascom, this would be all right to play. How you would have gotten this game to play, I'd like to know. No sound, as usual. Don't even know if the Nascom included sound. Not even a beeper. That's a good point. Did the Monty Python Lumberjack song come out yet? Because I think it was 79 was for the Lumberjack song. And it would make sense because we're in the United Kingdom. Yeah, there's a variant on Commodore 64. This style of game was all over the place. We've already played plenty of variants of it. All right, let's try 2-player. Can you do 2 at the same time? Oh, it is, look! So we got 1 player. I'm not controlling the second player. So it's 2 players, simultaneous gameplay on the Nascom. What's the controls for the second player, though? Oh, yeah, I'm just mashing keys, but cool idea. So you and your nerd friend in the United Kingdom could huddle around your Nascom and play a 2-player variant game. Pretty cool. I dig it. So Lumberjack, if it really came out in 1980, I'm going to go all the way and say this is a really good computer game for 1980. I'm going to go 4 stars for Lumberjack. The 2-player simultaneous is really the best part. It's character-based, but I like that. That's really fun. Excellent game to play. Especially if that's all you got on the Nascom. Incredible. Yeah, we're going to see more of those games in the future. It's not going away. It started, I believe, with Surround, was the very first one we saw. But we'd have to look back. If you look at the links down below, you can see the very first release. All right, and with that, let's press forward and see our next game. We're back on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum, and this is Magic Squares. Magic Squares is another type-in game. It was from the Your Computer magazine, the May 1982 type-in game. So there you go. Is that the Atom? It is. Acorn Atom is on the front of the magazine. Only cost 60 pence for the magazine. But here you go. The game itself, with where you would type it in the magazine's right here. Just spend the time, type in the game to play some Magic Squares. It also has the logic for it, which is a nice touch. And then an example of the screenshot. No other information on this. There was another game called Magic Squares released in 1984 that we're probably not going to check out. Kind of similar concept, though. Let's type it and play Magic Squares by Rod Hyde. Your Computer magazine at some point in May 1982, or whenever you got the magazine in May. So I'll try to do my best to explain this. This is a puzzle game only. Magic Squares shown above, where the row, column, and diagonal adds up to 15. There's many different kinds of sizes of Magic Squares, and in this game, I can make them up to 49 numbers. Once I've made a magic square, I'll display it to you with some numbers missing. The object is for you to fill in the missing numbers as quickly as possible. If you're quick, you'll be prompted to the next bigger square. If not, I will either leave you or relegate you. I'm not sure what that means, but hit the run key to continue. The aim of the game is to get promoted as high as possible in 600 seconds. There's 3 degrees of difficulty. Start at a beginner, and I will advise you when to go on to the next level. Now, it's kind of a difficult concept. If you get the idea, it's an idea that what puzzle games were like on home computers in Europe. This is the kind of puzzle games to expect. All right, so whenever so to give an example, they're using 15, and if you look at the numbers, you would select row 1, and then the numbers to add up to 15, making sure you pick the correct ones. That's a good, it's kind of like a, I guess, Sudoku-like game, or a precursor to Sudoku. Yeah, but these are puzzle games that they're mostly mind games to play. Here we go. Let's run. What degree of difficulty? We're going to do beginner for sure. We'll only do one example, but these get crazy, crazy hard. All right, magic number is 15. Clock is started and go. So if it's 15, 7, it'd be 7 or 8. Oh, wait, I didn't hit enter. Dang, not 78. Whoops, I already messed it up. So 4, 5, 6, 7. That'd be 7 for the bottom. And then the column, they need 13. And then the height, 7. And maybe 8 then. And then you see that you go to the next one, and you want to add up to 15 there, so that would be 1, right? And then add up this one, where's the 15 there? And it's all time-based. You have to do this very, very fast. So this would be 2 right there, and then 6, right? No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 6. 7. And then 9, add that one up, that would be 11. No, 13. 14. 12. 11 or 10? Is it 9? 6. There you go. So terrible time, but you get the concept. This was the easiest one, and they move on to the next one, and you continue to play a timed-based puzzle game, trying to get the magic number and then adding up. So it's really fast if you're really good at adding or doing numbers in your head, and then matching everything up to get it. This first level is really, really easy, but this ends up going more rows and more columns and just getting more and more complicated, still making a square that you have to work on. But oh man, this would be the kind of puzzle game that's like a mental training exercise almost. It's crazy. All right, so for Magic Squares, though, as a type-in game in 1982, that's pretty cool. I dig it. I would want to play and get better at it, try for faster times, and I'm sure this would be a game you'd play with other people. So for a type-in title, I'm going to go for 3.5 stars. Just an above-average computer game, especially for a puzzle game that would be fun to play, if you want to exercise your brain. All right, and with that, let's see what our next game is. We're next on the Apple II, and this is Marauder. We heard about this one coming out, and here it is, the first release of Marauder. That's true. I don't see kids playing that kind of game today. Maybe if you think, I think back in 1982 in England, I totally could see kids playing that, trying to go for high scores. All right, so Marauder is one we've been excited to see. It's the latest by Sierra Online or Online Systems. Let's take a look at the box for Marauder, the ultimate experience in alien invasion, by Rourke Vigant and Eric Hammond. Way to go, Rourke and Eric. Awesome front of the box. Looking for a fun sci-fi game to play. Costs $35. You need 48K for your Apple II. Let's flip it over in the back. Level 1 and level 11. So the first missiles are launched and the battle begins. The surface of the alien planet is barely visible through the powerful force field that hinders your assault. The alien defense is strong. A constant rain of lasers and torpedoes zip past your ship, and huge balls of pure energy track your every move. And then level 11, which I wonder why it says, or I guess 1-1, because it's the second level. You've done it. Shields are broken. Your ship's landed. The invasion begins. Exit your ship. Enter the labyrinth of the alien city. Somewhere before you, guarded by the killer robots that rule the world, is the central computer that's the object of your search. Destroy the computer and return to your ship to complete your mission. Online Systems is proud to present the next generation in the evolution of computer gaming. Wow, sounds impressive. Travel to the next dimension with Rourke and Eric and test your endurance as a Marauder. Don't look for it on the coin-operated machines. It took the full power of the 48K to make it a reality. Yeah, love it. So this is the newest, coolest game by Sierra Online or Online Systems. Let's see what the artwork we have for Marauder. Now, this is the first iteration, which was still known by Online Systems, and then it was re-released under the Sierra Vision moniker. The ultimate experience in alien invasion. Kind of changed the logo up a little bit too, between the two versions on the Apple. And then we also have the ad that we saw in Softline Magazine and a few other places as well. There's our 5.25 floppy disk we're going to play. Yeah, good shout out. Tron and Star Wars. It looks awesome. All right, we also have the manual, which is only a photocopy manual is one I could find. So the original, like, scanned one I don't have. But we want anything to know how to play. Marauder is a real-time simulation of an attack on a distant alien planet. The first 2 levels can be played either separately or simultaneously. This feels like our buddies went to the library and did a photocopy of the manual so we could play. So it boots under DOS, and then when the main menu appears, you can play level 1, level 2, levels 1 and 2, or enter the skill level. So it's broken into 2 segments of the game is. And there's 16 different skill levels, even to challenge the best arcader. You're to pilot the ship attacking an alien planet and its defense installations, destroy the ground defenses, and land on the fireball launcher to begin the ground assault of the planet. And there's our controls for level 1. You move around I, J, K, and L, and then D and F fire missiles. Got it. And then space is a boost to speed, 4-second interval to use that one, and then you can toggle between joystick and keyboard control. And then there's the joystick controls. And over here is an example of what you're going to see on the screen. I can't really see it that well with a photocopy, where all the enemies are. But then after you do the first level, you go inside the base, and you're now in a top-down maze game, doing a search for the power station, which supplies life support for the defending aliens. An army of robots stand guard through the labyrinth and will kill on sight. Because Marauder is a realistic simulation, you won't be able to see the robots until they're within your field of vision. So they're using that as the new cool thing for a top-down maze game. It's more impressive than Berserk, or another level of Berserk. Think of it like that. Robots can intercommunicate and see and hear your shots also. So the Marauder can only be killed by shots from a robot or bricks from the ceiling falling on them. The power center is worthy whatever bonus is the timer in the middle, and then a direct hit on the power center with your hand weapon will begin the destruction of the world. And then you have to get out of there. And the controls change. So in the second level, or the second part of the game, look at the controls. They switch them out. You're doing something totally different. That's S, D, and F, and J, K, and L to move around. And then we also have some controls, and then joystick. I think toggles... What's the joystick toggle again? I want to make sure I get that one when I go in there. 3 levels. Not Control P. There it is. Control T for joystick. Of course. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. So after all of that, let's pop in Marauder and finally play the latest game by Sierra Online at some point in May 1982. The hype is real. Does it live up to the hype? All right, so you can see the options we have. You can pick between playing levels 1, level 2, or the complete game. Let's go complete. Hitting number 3, we want to play all of it, all the way through. This is giving you that experience that you're starting off in one place, moving your ship down, and then just completing an objective, then leaving and coming out. So we've seen this before. Let's do Control T. Does it work? Yeah, we're in. So joystick does control. I am controlling it. It started off default with keyboard, though. And the way the game works is I need to infiltrate the base. And so there's a force field. And you can see I'm slowly wearing down the force field. There's different attacks that the aliens are using on me. A single laser. We have what looks like missile command missiles firing up at me. And then they also are shooting off different homing beacons too. And then after you break the force field down, you can finally shoot past and knock them out. I'm going to blow them up, blow it up, and after I blow everybody up, the next thing I need to do is go to the center and destroy the main area, and then now that that's destroyed, I make my way down inside the base to the next level, and it keeps going. Yeah, look at that, Apple II graphics. Some of the best. Looks great. Force fields were through, and now it zooms in to where the ship is. We leave the ship. Check this out. So cool. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. So as soon as we leave, this is scripted. And now I'm in this room. I'm dying way too fast. Please let me go. Please. Run, run, run. Okay, I think I'm good now. All right, so this one is... It plays really well with the joystick too, by the way. So now we're in a top-down view. Notice that it actually looks more like I can see myself moving or walking around. But as you move around the labyrinth, I can't see around the corner. So as soon as I move, you can see right there, I didn't see that guy until he showed up. So he's there. I haven't killed him yet. I have to be in his line of sight for him to show up there. So as you're walking around, people are going to be showing up through your line of sight. All right, we're looking for the core to blow it up, so I'm going to walk through here. Oh. And I have 8 ways to move around, so it feels good. And this game uses what we call excessive fire mode. So if I fire one shot, it'll go all the way... Oh, nice, it killed somebody. It'll go all the way across the other side. But if I fire another shot, it'll cancel it out and shoot another one. So if you're fast enough, you can do like this, like turbo mode, and fire really fast shots. All right, let's look for that core. Not here. Jump on that guy. Yeah, I like that you can... not see everything until they're in your line of sight. Cool idea. All right, so as I move around the corner, let's see. Anybody over here? Nope, nobody on that side. Same thing here. Gonna do it slow. Oh, there's somebody. Quick. No, move! Oh, gosh. Hide, and whenever they die, they disappear too, which is a nice touch. So, guys could be patrolling there. Let's go down here and see if there's no core there. Going here, nothing. Nope, nothing. Oh, there's somebody. And you can see he's patrolling. He doesn't see me yet, or doesn't hear me yet. And unlike Berserk, touching the walls doesn't do anything. So I'm not going to die just by touching the walls. Got him. Around the corner. Cool. Let's go up here. There it is, the core. Surrounded by lots of opposition. I believe they call them robots. And as long and look, can I shoot through the crack here? Oh, I don't know if I can. Let's see. I can see. Okay, they let me see through the crack, but I can't shoot through it. All right, we got to get to the core though, so let's go. Oh no, they got me. Was that my last one? I think we leave. Yep, we leave. The ship leaves. Takes off. And I think that's the game over. Yeah, cutscene of the ship entering the base is a nice touch too. I dig it. Oh, yeah, and then it repeats to the beginning after that. Can we get in faster? Let's see. Notice that the force field is moving after the shot. So if I wear down a piece of it, like right here, it's going to continue to move across. Nice idea. And if you go for the center and blow up the center and it makes the hole, you can't go down in the hole until all the other defenses are taken out. So you have to get rid of all the other defenses the aliens have. Blow them all up. Nice. Make my way there. Destroy that one. Got me. Really, really enjoyed the effects. They do it. They do a great job with it. So now it has the hole in the center, but it won't let me go down to it. Let me see. I don't think it'll... Yeah, it won't let me... And the homing missile got me. You have to blow everything else up first, or on the outside. Then once everything else is blown up, then you can go in the base. Now, the force field is stopped because I think we blew up a piece that turns that off. Such a great idea. All right, so what do you think? Of all computer games you could play at the time, is Marauder one of the best computer games? Or is it just a really well done or excellent computer game? Oh, I got one more. I missed him. There we go. Blow him up. If it was just the one screen, or each one is one screen, it would be pretty good. But the two screens, I'm going to say, yeah. I'm seeing lots of 4 stars from the chat, and I agree. This is a great or excellent game. Not up there with like one of the best games you could play. No, they got me again. I want to get to the base and blow it up because you got to see the effect they put on. Can't believe this. Go, run. Can we just avoid everybody? Yeah, let's just get out of here. Go right to the core and blow it up. We didn't have time for you guys. Can we go? We'll go to the left over here. Missed that person. Uh-oh, is that all? No, okay, we still got one. That's a cool idea. This time we'll head to the left, and for the times I've played this, every time we do this top-down maze game, it's going and randomizing it. It's changing it up for us. Nice and easy. Don't see. Yep, just walk right by. Still got 2 guys left. Come on, make it up here. The core does change, so I think we can get... Yeah, I need to take them out. If they stay alive, they're just very good with the shot. Let's go up there, go into the left. Took out the poor guard from behind the back. Anything? Nope, that's it. Oh, and the game is over. Lots of fun with Marauder. and I'm a big fan of Sierra already, so I had a blast. This one I would say is 4 stars, an excellent title that you could play on the home computer in 1982. And we have another release of Marauder, but that's all we're going to be checking out this episode. Tune in for the next time we'll be playing on the Atari home computer. And if you could go back to 1982, how would you rate these games on our 5-star rating scale? That's it for today, and like I always say, it always pays to level up. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.